Before you buy a piece of land, let me ask you one question. What if the land you're dreaming about today becomes your biggest financial nightmare tomorrow? Every year, thousands of people lose their savings because they trusted the wrong seller, skipped one important document, or simply didn't know what to check before making a land purchase. And the scary part is, most of these mistakes look completely harmless in the beginning. A beautiful location, a cheap price, a friendly seller, everything feels perfect until legal problems, ownership disputes, hidden debts, or government issues suddenly appear. So in this video, I'm going to reveal the 10 biggest mistakes people make when buying land. Mistakes that can destroy your investment and cost you years of stress, money, and regret. If you were planning to buy land for your dream home, farming, business, or future investment, then watch this video till the end, because mistake number 10 is something most buyers never even think about until it's too late. The first mistake is buying land without verifying ownership documents. This is probably the most common and dangerous mistake people make. Many buyers trust the seller's words without properly checking whether the seller is the real legal owner of the property. Just because someone has papers in hand does not mean they legally own the land. Fake documents, duplicate ownership claims, and inherited property disputes are more common than most people realize. Before buying any land, always verify the title deed, mutation records, tax receipts, and registration documents through the proper government office or a trusted legal expert. A small verification today can save you from massive legal battles in the future. The second mistake is ignoring land measurements and boundaries. Never assume the land size mentioned in documents is accurate. In many cases, the actual land area is smaller than what the seller claims. Sometimes neighboring owners have already occupied a portion of the land where the boundaries are unclear. This becomes a huge problem later when construction begins. Always hire a professional surveyor to physically measure the land and confirm the exact boundaries before making payment. You should know exactly what you are paying for, because once the deal is complete, correcting these problems becomes extremely difficult. The third mistake is buying land without checking road access. Many people get excited about low prices and beautiful locations, but forget one critical thing: accessibility. A piece of land may look perfect, but if there is no legal road access, your investment can become useless. Imagine owning land where vehicles cannot enter, construction materials cannot be delivered, or future buyers are not interested because of poor accessibility. Always confirm that the land has proper legal road access connected to a public road. Accessibility directly affects both convenience and future property value. The fourth mistake is not checking zoning laws and land use restrictions. This mistake can completely ruin your future plans. Some buyers purchase land hoping to build a house, apartment, factory, or commercial building, only to discover later that the government does not allow that type of construction in the area. Certain lands are restricted for agriculture, environmental protection, or government projects. Before purchasing land, always check local zoning regulations and land use permissions. Never assume you can build whatever you want on any piece of land. The fifth mistake is skipping environmental and flood risk checks. A land may look dry and attractive during one season, but become completely flooded during heavy rains. Some lands are located in flood-prone areas, near water bodies, or on unstable soil. Building on such land can become extremely expensive and dangerous. Many buyers realize these issues only after construction begins. Always investigate the area's environmental conditions, drainage systems, flood history, and soil quality before buying. Visiting the land during different weather conditions can also reveal hidden problems that are impossible to see in one short visit. The sixth mistake is buying land purely based on emotion. This is where many people lose their ability to think logically. Maybe the land has a beautiful view, maybe it's near relatives, or maybe the seller creates pressure by saying another buyer is ready to pay tomorrow. Emotional decisions often lead to expensive mistakes. Smart land buying requires patience, research, and careful analysis. Never rush into a deal because of excitement, fear, or pressure. If a seller is forcing you to decide quickly, that itself can be a warning sign. The seventh mistake is failing to check future development plans in the area. A location that looks peaceful today may become noisy, crowded, or problematic in the future. Imagine buying land for a quiet home and later discovering that a highway, factory, or industrial project is planned nearby. On the other hand, future developments can also increase land value dramatically if you buy in the right location. This is why researching upcoming government projects, infrastructure plans, schools, shopping centers, and transportation developments is extremely important before investing. The eighth mistake is not calculating the hidden costs of land ownership. Many first-time buyers focus only on the purchase price and forget about additional expenses. Registration fees, legal costs, taxes, land development expenses, utility connections, boundary walls, and maintenance costs can significantly increase the total investment. Sometimes these hidden costs become so high that buyers run out of money before completing construction. Always calculate the full financial picture before purchasing land. A cheap piece of land can become extremely expensive once all additional costs are included. The ninth mistake is avoiding professional legal help to save money. Some buyers think hiring a lawyer or property expert is unnecessary and expensive, but this decision can cost far more later. A qualified property lawyer can identify fake documents, legal disputes, ownership problems, unpaid taxes, and contract loopholes that ordinary buyers may never notice. Think of legal fees as protection for your investment, not an unnecessary expense. When you are spending a huge amount of money on land, professional guidance is not optional, it is essential. And now, the 10th mistake, the mistake most people completely ignore, not thinking about resale value. Many buyers purchase land only based on their current needs without considering whether the property will remain attractive to future buyers. Markets change, cities expand, and trends evolve. A land investment should not only solve your present needs, but also protect your future financial security. Ask yourself important questions. Will people want to buy this land 5 or 10 years from now? Is the area developing? Are property prices increasing or declining? Is there strong demand for this location? Smart investors always think ahead because land is not just property, it is a long-term financial asset. Buying land can be one of the best investments of your life or one of the worst mistakes you ever make. The difference depends on how carefully you research before signing the deal. Never let excitement blind you from checking the facts. Verify every document, inspect every detail, ask difficult questions, and take your time before making a decision. Because once you buy the wrong land, fixing the problem can take years of stress, legal battles, and financial loss. But if you buy wisely, land can create security, wealth, and opportunities for generations. So, before you invest your hard-earned money, remember these 10 mistakes and make sure you avoid every single one of them. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who is planning to buy land because this information could save them from making a very costly mistake.